Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Monday, February 28, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Chicago Bulls vs Miami Heat. The Chicago Bulls travel to the FTX Arena to take on the Miami Heat on Monday night. Our first pick is Chicago Bulls to win. And here is why. The Bulls overcame a 17-point deficit to chargeback, but it was not enough in a 116-110 loss to the Memphis Grizzlies on Saturday, ending Chicago's 6-game winning streak. DeMar DeRozan was 10 of 29 from the field, ending his NBA record run of 8 games of scoring at least 35 while shooting 50% or better, and was ejected in the closing seconds after a second technical. The Bulls now find themselves a game out of the top spot in the Eastern Conference playoff race. This one is going to be a battle between the top 2 teams in the Eastern Conference. Both have thrived despite having key personnel missing extended periods with injury issues this season. That merely shows how well Billy Donovan and Eric Spoelstra have done with keeping their teams afloat despite all the injury problems. Miami has had great success in this series recently, winning 6 of the last 7 matchups, including both meetings this season. With that said, DeRozan is playing arguably the best stretch of basketball in his career of late. The Heat are playing their 3rd game in 4 nights, which is going to take a toll on them. Take the points and back the Bulls here as they keep the game close enough to cover. For our second pick, go with under 225. And here is why. The Heat enters this one 16th in the league in scoring offense with 109.4 points per game this season. Miami is 18th in the league in rebounding with 44.6 boards a contest, while the team stands 6th in assists by dishing out 25.7 dimes a night. The Heat stands 5th in the league in scoring defense as they allow 104.8 points per game. Jimmy Butler leads the team with 21.9 points, 6.2 rebounds and 5.8 assists per contest. Tyler Herro kicks in 20.3 points a night, while Bam Adebayo chips in 19 points, plus 10.3 rebounds per contest. Duncan Robinson, 11.4 points, Kyle Lowry, 13.4 points, 7.9 assists, Markieff Morris, Dwayne Dedmon, PJ Tucker, Max Struss, 10.5 points, Caleb Martin and Gabe Vincent are solid role players for the Heat. Miami is 13th in the league in field goal percentage as they shoot 46.2% from the floor this season. The Heat stand 7th in threes per game by draining 13.3 triples per contest, and the team is 3rd in 3-point shooting by hitting 37.3% from beyond the arc. Victor Oladipo, knee, remains out for the Heat with no timetable for return. Morris, neck, is out indefinitely and has been out since November 8. Toronto Raptors vs Brooklyn Nets. The Toronto Raptors and Brooklyn Nets meet Monday in NBA action at the Barclays Center. The Toronto Raptors need a win after losing 4 of their last 5 games. The Brooklyn Nets look for a win after splitting their last 6 games. Our first pick is Brooklyn Nets to cover the spread. And here is why. Toronto had a poor showing in a 127-100 slaughter against the Atlanta Hawks on Saturday night. Fred VanVleet led Toronto with 24 points and 9 assists after being listed as questionable with right knee soreness. Precious Achiuwa added a season-high 21 points. Toronto is struggling a bit of late, having lost 2 straight games and just 6-4 in their last 10 after a recent hot streak. This road trip is going nowhere fast for the Raptors. They've already lost 3 of their last 4 games and they're losing by a 20-plus point scoring margin. So the games haven't even been close. They will have played 3 games in 4 days heading into Monday's road meeting with a Nets team that should be over the moon with excitement right now. Kyrie Irving is closer to being a full-time player and the team just knocked off the defending champion Milwaukee Bucks. All of that will combine for a strong effort from the Nets at the Barclays Center. Andre Drummond and LaMarcus Aldridge will both play a significant role in this game, with the Raptors getting bullied in the front court. Sure, Seth Curry and Patty Mills will always be a problem outside, but the towering big men for the Nets will ultimately lead to Toronto's undoing. The Raptors are allowing a ridiculous 65.2% shooting from 2-point range in their last 3 outings. So there will be plenty of opportunities for the Nets to attack the basket in this game. Even without their star players, this is one of the matchups on the schedule where the Nets are capable of coming out on top. And that's exactly what they'll do to kickstart the week. I'm rolling with Brooklyn in this one. And for our second pick, go with under 225.5 points. And here is why. New York City Mayor Eric Adams announced the vaccination requirements were being lifted on March 7 for KEY2 NYC, which includes dining, fitness and entertainment venues. So the Nets are one step closer to having star guard Kyrie Irving back on a full-time basis. Irving returning with Ben Simmons and Kevin Durant could mean a dramatic shift in the balance of power in the Eastern Conference. Of course, none of that information can help the Nets on Monday against the Raptors. But at the very least, it should lift the overall team morale and give them something to fight harder for. They'll be coming in confident after outlasting the defending champion Milwaukee Bucks on the road. The Nets aren't the same team without Kyrie Irving on the floor, and they have a losing record at the Barclays Center this season. But the Raptors' defense has been terrible. There's no other way around it than merely stating the obvious. They've allowed 51.2% shooting on average in their last 3 outings. The high percentage shooting is mostly coming inside of the arc, with their interior defense getting absolutely mauled on a nightly basis. Sacramento Kings vs Oklahoma City Thunder. The Sacramento Kings and the Oklahoma City Thunder duke it out at the Paycom Center on Monday night. Our first pick is Kings at minus 4.5 points. And here is why. The Kings have now suffered 4 straight losses, which has pushed them down to 22-40 for the season. There is plenty of work for the team to do to finish the season with any semblance of pride. They were beaten 115-110 in the previous game by the Nuggets. I am backing the Kings in this one only because the Thunder are missing a lot of players. Otherwise, I'd back OKC to win here. The Thunder will be shorthanded, which is an excellent opportunity for the Kings to snap their losing skid. Sabonis will have an easy job below the rims, while the Kings' defense should be good enough to cope with the weakest defense in the league, which is not even weaker due to all these absences. I know the Kings have one of the leakiest defenses in the NBA, but if they can't handle the Thunder on Monday, they deserve to be at the bottom of the WC. And for our second pick, go with over 223, and here is why. The Sacramento Kings have been in a rut as they are now hoping to avoid a 5th straight defeat after falling just short to the Nuggets in a 115-110 road loss on Saturday. De'Aaron Fox led the team with 26 points and 10 assists, Harrison Barnes added 24 points, Justin Holiday added 15 points, while Domantas Sabonis chipped in with 14 points, 16 rebounds and 7 assists. As a team, the Kings shot just 42% from the field and 9 of 30 from the three-point line as they went back and forth with the Nuggets in a tight contest until late in the fourth quarter as the Kings went scoreless on their final 5 possessions to allow the Nuggets to slip away in the end. The Oklahoma City Thunder have been in a slump as they've lost 7 of their last 9 games overall, but they will be eager to build some momentum after outlasting the Pacers in a 129-125 overtime road win on Friday. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led the team with 36 points, 8 rebounds and 5 assists. Tree-Man added 22 points with 5 assists, while Darius Bosley and Theo Maledon each scored 14 points. As a team, the Thunder shot 49% from the field and 11 of 31 from the three-point line as they rallied back from an 8-point deficit late in the fourth quarter before they won behind their defense in the overtime period where they held the Pacers to just 2 points. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.